Here's my 2001 Nissan Xterra SE. Some of the highlights are on it. It's got motors with 96,000 miles. The odometer reads that it's at 165, but that's because the ECU wasn't transferred over from the when we did replace the engine, the original engine. It's got a 2-inch body lift, 3-inch suspension lift. I'll go over all the parts a little bit. The tires are 15-inch by 12.5 on 33 by 12.5 15, sitting on Procom Series 51 steel wheels with 3.75-inch back spacing. So as you can see, they stick out decent amount. I'll go show you the tires. I got 5 tires, 4 of which are mounted on these Procoms. I got one mounted on a stock wheel. Going over the parts down in here, got 4x4 parts, upper control arms, got rugged rocks, heavy duty motor mounts, you can see right there. I got Spencer Low Racing, heavy duty steering components. You can't even buy that anymore. That includes the pitman arm, the center link, and the idler arm. Going to protection, I got custom rock sliders. Only truck in the country or in the world for that matter with these rock sliders. They're built out of 2x2 3/16 thick steel tubing, square tubing. They match perfectly to the body of the truck, so they give you maximum protection, plus also give you a nice little step so you can access the roof. Like I said, the lift is the front's 4x4 parts, upper control arms with Bilstein 4600 shocks. The rear is a mix of Calmini shackles and I believe 4x4 parts Adaleaf with Bilstein 5100 shocks. I'll show you those. I don't know if you can really see it, it's kind of bright out here. The rear quarter panels I took off, but I believe I have them. I actually like the look without them. But I think with the body lift, they don't match up to the bumper unless you raise the bumper. I got high lift mounts. These are high lift bumper mounts right there. Obviously you got your tow hitch. I got an LED backup or LED license plate light that's really bright. Not that it really matters, but it's there. Other than that, I got what's it called? I got a Cobra. I believe it's a DC 19 DX4 CB with a 4-foot fire stick, heavy duty spring, so it doesn't whip around so easily. And then underneath I have you can see the trans skid there, but I also have the engine skid and the front skid, so you can fully skid out your underside, protect them from rocks. As far as gearing goes, it's 513 gearing. The front locker has a Aussie, has a Laka front locker, automatic front locker that was installed by a shop in New Jersey, Liquid Iron Industries in New Jersey. Let's see what else we got. There's a bunch of other stuff. Like I said, this truck is solid, it runs. So you don't have to worry about that. You can hear it running. But here, let's do a sound test because you guys want to hear this. Now, This is straight piped right now, but it will need to be extended because it only goes about halfway down the truck where the muffler sits. But here, give it a listen. It sounds pretty badass. The frame rust is hardly non-existent. It's all surface. As you can kind of see, it's a little hard with the sun, but there's very little rust for this being primarily a Pennsylvania truck. Because you know we get some bad winters, not as of late, but we have. So you know, this is a built-up Xterra. I'm asking $2,500 for it, looking to get around to get $2,000. Now here's some of the things that it's going to need to be addressed if you buy it. I just don't have the time to do it because I work 70 hours a week with a 3-year-old. So the front diff needs to be installed. I got front diff here with the 513s and the locker. Like I said, that was professionally installed. You will need to install that. You'll need to swap the passenger CV axle because that got ripped up in the process of driving and not having the diff in. That's pretty simple. You see down here, I don't know if you can see it, but it needs to be replaced. But it's real easy. You remove the 4 bolts to the cross member and basically bolt up the diff that has the cross member already installed. So it's just 4 bolts bolted in, bolt up the drive shaft, bolt up the CV axles. Now the hubs are off right now, so you can actually see the hubs are off. And you need to replace the CV. But basically I got worn manual locking hubs, or the Nissan automatic hubs. You know, they both work great. Personally, I like the automatic hubs because when we get 2 feet of snow and they start plowing, it kind of sucks having to dig out your hubs just to lock them. But the Warns are super beefy. They are probably the best in the market besides the hard body hubs, auto hubs. Excuse me. If you buy this truck, you guys get a lot of extra parts. So let me flip this around. Hold on. Flip this around. Focus. Anyway, you get this truck. You get heavy duty torsion bars. You can replace yourself. Heavy duty torsion bars, spare sets of lights. I'm going to actually replace the driver's front seat because it's ripped with one that isn't ripped. So it's a little bit more comfortable. I'm going to clean up the carpets and, you know, vacuum them. I'm not going to detail it and all that crap because this is a trail truck and a daily driver. But at least the front seats and the floorboards will be clean. There's extra, like I said, extra lights. I got a front set of brakes, drilled and slotted rotors and pads, and some other stuff. I got to go through all my crap to give y'all. But like I said, this truck is for sale. $2,500 asking. Go online, check Facebook out. You're going to not find another truck built like this for this price. Every other truck on the market is either a year or two older with 187,000 miles on it, bone stock. This is essentially bone stock as far as the miles per gallon goes and everything, but you're getting everything included, trail ready. I mean, you put a little bit of work into it, one weekend with a buddy or two, you could be on the trails that day, if not the next day. All right. I just don't have the time to do it. So, I don't necessarily I don't like selling this truck because I love this truck a lot, but it's time to let it go. So give me a call or DM me, and we can get something set up where you come look at it. The truck is located in Oaks, PA, in a storage lot off the street. So we can come, you can look at it, move it back and forth, whatever you want to do. So just give me a call or DM me, and we can set something up. All right, there, I'll give you a final shot. So again, truck is built ready to go. It's just got a little bit of things to get done to make it roadworthy, and with a few hours of working on it, you guys could have a built-up truck for a quarter of the price you would pay to even get it remotely to this point. So hit me up if you guys are interested, and I'll look forward to hearing from you. All right, thanks.